Hey guys, Angry Beast here bringing you some domination gameplay on the map Kowloon using the FAL assault rifle here with the red dot sight. And no, I'm not using my modded controller in this game, just as a preface. This is just my trigger finger just doing its work. And I'm using the red dot sight here. I think I'm using the angle brackets, whatever these things are called. That's my preferred sight for a longer range weapon, because I feel like it gives me more accuracy than other sights. Unfortunately, right off the spawn there, I'm killed. But it doesn't really matter, I guess. And I'm not sure if I'm playing with anybody in this game. I don't believe I am. I think I have a couple people in my party, but no one actually in the game with me, so nothing to point out there. I think I'm using the tomahawks and the smoke grenades. I like the tomahawks when I'm using a longer range weapon because it gives me some close range punch where the FAL really suffers, but it all comes down to personal preference in the end. I mean, frags are an excellent choice as well as Semtex, but in the end, it just comes down to what you want. I failed the triple spray there. Unfortunately, this guy turned around just in the nick of time to save his teammate's life, and there isn't too much you can do about it. Smoke grenades, as I've talked about before, are my favorite my favorite special grenade in all of Call of Duty, simply because they give you more versatility than anything else. Very comparable to the smoke grenades or the Nova Gas in this game, but I find that the smoke grenade are a little bit better at what they're meant for just adding as a cover device. I put them on the B flag and just watch people run through it continuously because they feel like, oh, there's smoke there, gotta run up there really fast, gotta go get him, go get him. I'm using the motion sensor in this game, but I don't think I drop it down or whatnot. I mean, motion sensor is good, don't get me wrong, but it's really not something I'd recommend throwing down everywhere you go, because it can just be a little bit of a pain to mess around with that a lot. Now, the FAL is an assault rifle of, I believe, Belgian descent. It's created by the company FN, and it's a semi-automatic rifle. There have been over 2 million of these made. That's more than the MP40. The MP40 had about 1,400,000 made, and this has over 200 million, 2 million made. And this is basically the AK-47 of the free world. The AK-47, if you didn't know, I mean, everyone probably knows this, but it has over 75 million of different models of it made. And that says a lot right there. It means it's a very versatile design. It's been around for like 60 years, and that's just crazy. But this weapon has been around just as long. First prototype was developed in 1947, and it was developed alongside the AK-47. It wasn't exactly in tandem with Russia, but there were a lot of designs that were shared between the two. The magazines are interchangeable in some certain situations, so this weapon shares a lot as far as its ability to be manipulated and basically to adapt to its situations. It uses the standard Snag and magazines, which are a 20 or 30 round box, and so it's compatible with the ammunition for the M16 and what's another weapon to be compatible with? And the M14 for sure. And unfortunately, though, this weapon was never employed by U.S. forces simply because the M14 beat it out in trials, which is unfortunate considering this is such a reliable weapon. And if it had been used in conjunction with the M14, then there would have been many, many advantages to having the same weapon as the British forces as well as other NATO countries around the globe. In this game, though, the FAL is a very, very high damage assault rifle. It does something like 55 to 40 damage per shot, which it needs. I mean, it's a semi-automatic rifle that can't be killing in 3 or 4 shots like all the fully automatic assault rifles. That would give it no real advantage over them. So I feel like they balance it pretty well in this game as far as the M14 goes. The M14 does have quite a few advantages, though. Number one of the M14's list is it has better neck and head multipliers, which means it can kill, I believe, in 2 shots at range to the neck, which the FAL cannot. So in the end, it comes down to really recoil and body multipliers. I think the M14 has a better empty reload simply because it's based off the M1 Garand, which was designed to be emptied before it was reloaded, and it also has a slower initial reload, though. So if you're not going to be shooting all the bullets out of your mag, you definitely want to go with the FAL, which usually most people aren't going to be firing 20 bullets out in rapid succession. But generally, I'd say the M14 is better when using a modded controller, simply because this recoil is more predictable, and you need that when you're using a modded controller, because if you have crazy recoil that's going all over the place like you do with the FAL, then it comes down to the fact that you're just not going to be able to kill a person easily that way. In this game, I think I'm using the Killstreak Spy Plane, Tech Helicopter, and Blackbird. I don't think I actually pick up the Blackbird in this game or something like that. But I might be wrong as far as my Killstreaks go. Maybe using Counter UAV or Napalm or something like that. But it doesn't really matter. But yeah, if you can use the smoke grenades to your advantage when using a weapon like the FAL, this is where this gun shines, simply because of the fact that it can lock down a location better than, I'd say, any other assault rifle in the game. The M16 is good for it as well, but it doesn't have exactly the same long-range punch as this, and its recoil is a little bit uncontrollable. I'd say the M16 is a little bit better in a close-range situation than the FAL, but if you want to use a good weapon that's reliable across all ranges, the FAL is definitely the way to go, especially if you have a semi-moderate trigger finger. I think in this game I'm just playing around, so I don't know what I'm firing at here, but I definitely do have a respectable trigger finger, and it really does pay off when using a gun like the FAL, which is semi-automatic, so that's a big drawback to it. But if you can learn to master the recoil, it can kill faster than pretty much anything in the game. The fact that it gets a 2-hit kill up close is only matched by the M60E. No, it's just the M60 in this game, excuse me, because the 2-hit kill up close is bigger. It's a bigger deal than it might sound like. 2 bullets, 3 bullets. What's the big difference? Well, the big difference is the recoil. This guy misses like 3 no scopes on me. I was just laughing my head off after he tried to kill me. But the big difference is the recoil. With a gun that's fully automatic and it's a 3-hit kill, you're going to be missing a lot of bullets. However, with a gun that's a 2-hit kill that shoots is semi-automatic, you're going to not be missing as many bullets, so you can kill a lot faster. I've done some number crunching and taking recoil and aimed on sight time in consideration. The FAMAS in this game, which is considered the best assault rifle, can kill in an approximate time to kill of about 1/3 of a second. From the first shot fired to the time the person drops, it's about 1/3 of the second, considering recoil and all that, in an average range gunfight, like this one right here. This would be what I'd call average range. Now, the FAL, on the other hand, because it has semi-automatic fire and it's a 2-hit kill, as you can see right there, I fired twice really fast, and he dropped in less than 1/4 of a second. So that's where the FAL has its advantage. In medium-range gunfights where you need 2 bullets to kill and the recoil isn't going to be too big of an issue. It's really good in situations like this where you can defend a flag and pick off nice headshots from a good distance away, simply because of the fact that it's a good long-range weapon, as it is in real life. So if you just play to its strengths, then you can pick up some nice kill streaks like this here. Excuse me, I'm using the care package, not the napalm strike or the counter UAV. My secondary game is the Python with the speed reloader. In the end, though, with the secondary weapons, it comes down to personal preference. I like the Python because of its faster draw time than the CZ75s and its high damage, which really complements how the FAL plays. I mean, you can leverage the Python because it feels so much like the FAL in terms of recoil and damage that they're pretty much the same gun, except one's a secondary weapon, and so you can switch to your pistol and finish them off really fast. In this game, I'm using the perks Scavenger Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and either Hacker or Ninja. Those are my two go-to third-tier perks, simply because of the fact that when you're using the FAL, Ninja isn't going to be too much of a help. Excuse me if I am using Ninja, but Ninja isn't the best choice, simply because you're just not going to be moving that much. It's not a weapon that's meant for rushing up in their face and killing people. It's a weapon meant for jumping, going around and killing people and staying in one's position. Obviously, right there, I didn't actually know there was a platform here. I thought I was going to die the second I missed the platform above. So I'm a little bit confused, like, now, where am I? But, you know, you learn these things all the time when you're playing. You find little spots that you never knew were there before. But this gameplay is winding down, and I think the score ends up being something like a 32-10. Unfortunately, right there, I get destroyed by the Olympia. I thought I hit him twice, but apparently the game thought I didn't. But there isn't too much you can do in that situation. I mean, if you hit a guy twice and they don't drop, it's probably because I hit him through cover. I think I watched that back, and I shot the first bullet through the cover. And even with 55 damage, it can sometimes just not end up working in your favor. And in all actuality, what I really think would be the best in the FAL would probably be, if you're not going for the super high kill streaks, then I'd say something like Hardline, and I'd say either Extended Mags or Red Dot Sight. If you like the irons, which they're okay, don't get me wrong, but I don't care for them too much, then Extended Mags is a good way to go. So I'd say Extended Mags or Red Dot Sight, and I'd say probably Hardened and Ninja. Anyways, guys, this gameplay's over. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.